Welcome. This is a 1 hour, all levels, intermediate Vinyasa Flow. And if you're newer to yoga or tend to take gentle yoga classes, I'll offer some variations and props that might be helpful. And if you're more of a seasoned practitioner, you're welcome to add extra flows, heat things up as you need. We'll begin today in a comfortable seat. If you have a blanket, I invite you to prop the back of the sits bones up on the blanket, helping to tilt the pelvis forward. Already here, beginning to engage the abdominals and the back muscles just enough that you start to sit tall. Finding your longest spine today, and then drawing the shoulders down and back. Let the palms rest on the knees or the lap, and shut down the eyes if they're not already. Meeting here in Sukhasana. As we're beginning the holiday season, focusing my classes this week, my live classes and recordings like this one, on spinal twists. Spinal twists help to ignite our digestive fires, compress and detoxify the inner organs, and also can provide release and relief for anxiety. So that's where we're going today. Begin to draw your attention to your breath. Close down the mouth. Let the breath move in and out gently through the nose. First, just using the next few rounds of breath to tune in and take stock of where you're at today in your body, in your mind space, and in your energetic or spiritual body. Tune in to any sticky spots you notice as you begin to deepen and lengthen the breath. And try to pull the air there. Seeing if you can soften on the inside while sitting tall on the outside. At the bottom of your next exhale, activate Ujjayi Pranayama, yogic victory breath. Create a constriction in the back of the throat. Start to hear an audible vibration in the back of the throat between the ears. Use this breath control to begin to match the length of exhales to inhales and to guide the pace and flow of your breath. I'll leave space here to set an intention for your practice if you'd like. An intention can be an idea, a feeling, a goal, or a benefit you're working toward. When you have that intention, bring both hands to the belly. Take a deep Ujjayi inhale, feeling the belly rise into the hands. And on the exhale, push the air up and out. Release the palms back to the knees. Open the eyes. We'll prepare to connect breath and movement, asana and pranayama. On your next inhale, reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale, lower hands to the side. Twice more this way. Inhale to reach. Gaze can start to lift up. Exhale to lower. Take the whole length of breath. Once more. Inhale to lift and reach. Long spine. And exhale to lower. This time, inhale to lift and reach. And on your exhale, bring left palm to the right knee, right hand just behind the back. Before twisting, take a deep inhale, create space between the vertebrae. And then begin to twist to the right for our first spinal twist. Notice if the lower back collapsed, use the abdominals and back to pull up and out. With each exhale, pulling the belly button in and under the ribs, and letting head, neck, and shoulders twist a bit more to the right. On your next inhale, reach both palms up and overhead. And on the exhale, right palm to left knee, left hand behind. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And on the exhale, pull the belly in and up as you twist to the left. Pulling your breath through the side bodies, keeping your Ujjayi breath rhythmic and smooth. On your next inhale, reach both arms up once more. Exhale, walk the hands forward, finding a forward fold. Tense up on the fingertips. Tuck the chin strongly. And then root down and back through the sits bones. You can gently pull one armpit and then the other toward the ground. So you begin to feel the shoulder blades widen on the back. On your next inhale, walk both hands back in and roll over the knees, coming into tabletop pose. Slide that blanket away if you use that. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees here. Palms are wide, fingers spread. See if you can flatten through the hands, drawing weight out of the wrists. And then begin to engage the abdominals, lifting through the navel, tightening the lower ribs in. On an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, Marjarasana. Exhale, tuck the chin, pull the belly in and up, Vitalasana. Moving this way through cat-cows on your breath. Take the full inhale to arch through the spine. And the full exhale to press the floor away and round. Creating a vinyasa here, breath and movement. When you finish up the round you're on, we'll meet back in neutral tabletop. On your next inhale, extend right leg back, big toe down. And then sweep the left arm forward, thumb up. Keep the back of the neck long here, gaze just in front of your mat. Push your right foot back as you reach your left fingers forward. You'll take some crunches here, building abdominal strength. Inhale for length. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the back. Inhale for length. Exhale, elbow to knee. This time, inhale for length. On the exhale, plant the left palm, plant the right foot behind you, 90-degree angle, and bring the right hand to the hip, opening the right shoulder toward the ceiling. If balance is a challenge, you can kickstand that left foot out to the side. Wherever you're at, reach the right arm up and overhead. You can stay here. Option to lift the right leg off the mat, creating a long line of energy from right fingers to right foot. If the foot is lifted, push it away, breathing through your right hip. Take one more inhale in your variation. And on the exhale, lower back through tabletop. Shake out the hips. And reconnect to your strong foundation in tabletop. Inhale, extend left leg straight back, hips stay square, big toe down. And reach the right arm forward, thumb up. Notice if you're holding the breath, keep the breath moving. Lengthening through the back of the neck as you knit the lower ribs in. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee, crunch. Inhale to extend. Exhale, crunch. This time, inhale, extend. Exhale, plant the right palm on the left foot. Bring your left hand to the hip. Begin to open up to the left. On your next inhale, reach the left arm up and overhead. Pulling breath down the left side. You can stay here. Option to lift the left leg off the mat, creating a long line from left fingers to left edge of the foot. Take one more deep inhale here. And on the exhale, lower through tabletop. Bring the legs together and sink the hips back for extended child's pose, Balasana. Rest the forehead on the mat or a block. Walk the hands as far forward as you can, and then tense up on the fingertips, getting into the armpit creases as you sink the hips down and back. Run the tongue over the lips and teeth, letting the face, the mouth, the jaw relax. Come back to the intention if you set one. Throughout our practice today, you're welcome to come back to child's pose, down dog, or any other resting pose at any time. With your next inhale, press up on the palms, come through tabletop, tuck your toes, and make your way to our first down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feet can be together, big toes touching, or feet hips distance apart or wider. Just like in tabletop, press through all the knuckles in the center of the palm, but let the back of the neck hang heavy. Take a deep bend in the knees. Push the hips back, feeling the shoulders and the back grow long. Keep that length. Straighten the legs any amount, seeing if you can find a little more depth and integrity in your down dog alignment. On your next inhale, roll forward on the toes to plank. We'll hold here, lower the knees as you need. Wherever you're at, keep lengthening through the back of the neck. Knit the lower ribs in. Squeeze the legs together. Phalakasana. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, roll back forward to plank. Leave the buttocks lifted. And exhale, lowering knees, chest, chin. Palms under shoulders. Squeeze the elbows back and against the ribs. Toes are tucked here. Ashtanga Namaskar. See if you can engage the abdominal muscles even as the lower back arches. On your next inhale, slide forward, straighten the legs, and hover the palms under the shoulders. Classical cobra. Gaze about a foot in front of the top edge of your mat. Draw the shoulder blades down and back. Kneecaps are lifted, quads are engaged. Take one more inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, press up through knees or plank, and back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, bring the gaze between the thumbs. On the exhale, come up on the tiptoes. As slow and steady as you can, tiptoe to the top of the mat. See if you can lift the belly in and up. Engage the perineum muscle, feeling the hips grow light. We'll meet in a forward fold, Uttanasana at the top of the mat. Clasp opposite elbows or clasp the palms behind the back. And on the inhales, draw the very top of the head toward the floor. On the exhales, lift the belly up, lift the perineum up, drawing the weight toward the balls of the feet. If you took an arm clasp, with control, let the arms hang heavy. Bend the knees deeply, head and shoulders hang heavy. And on an inhale, press through the feet as you roll up one vertebrae at a time. We'll meet in Tadasana, mountain pose. Press through all four corners of both feet. Squeeze the kneecaps up, feeling the quads ignite. Draw the buttocks together, tucking the tailbone underneath you, engaging all the muscles along the spine. And then notice if the belly's splayed out, pull the belly in and up, finding your tallest shape. Reach the fingers toward the floor. And on your next inhale, lift up all 10 toes. Spread the toes out and then replant the foot, creating a nice strong foundation. We'll put that all together, warming up the whole body with classical Surya Namaskar sun salutes. You may be newer to classical sun salutes. They're accessible for all levels of yoga, so just follow along here, adding some extra breaths if it's your first time with these shapes. Inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach arms straight forward and up. Exhale, forward fold, slow and steady. Inhale, step right foot all the way back. Lower right knee, toes are tucked. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank, Phalakasana. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, press up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step left foot all the way forward, lower right knee, toes are tucked. Exhale, plant the hands and step to the top of the mat, fold. Inhale, reach arms forward and up, legs are engaged. Exhale, forward to heart center. Inhale, reach arms forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step left foot all the way back, lower left knee, toes are tucked. Exhale, plant the hands, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank, Phalakasana. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, forward, finding Cobra. Exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step right foot all the way forward, lower left knee, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up, belly is active. Exhale, forward to heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step right foot back, lower right knee, and lift the chest up. Exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, press up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step left foot forward, lower right knee, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach arms forward and up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Last side. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step left foot back, lower left knee, lengthen the spine. Exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, rolling forward, Phalakasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step right foot forward, lower left knee, lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach arms forward and up. Exhale, palms to heart center and release. Coming back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Spread the toes wide. Draw the shoulders down and back. Shut down the eyes. And take 3 rounds of deep Ujjayi breath, coming back to your rhythmic breath cycle. Good. Open the eyes back up. Adding on here. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the fingers on the floor, reach the arms up for chair pose. An extra breath here, tuck the tailbone as you lift the chest up. And on the exhale, stand up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to plank. Lower knees as you need. Inhale, roll forward on the toes. Exhale, elbows to ribs, lower to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale for cobra, squeeze the legs together. Exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep right leg up and back, big toe down. Exhale, look forward, step forward for warrior one. Lower the back heel. On an inhale, plant through the feet as you rise, arms up alongside the ears. And exhale, lower the palms, step back to plank. Inhale, roll forward on the toes. Exhale, lower elbows to ribs. Untuck the toes. Inhale for cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, press up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift left leg up and back. Hips are square. Exhale, step all the way forward for warrior one. Plant the back heel. Inhale to rise, hips stay squared here. And exhale, cartwheel the hands, step back to plank. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale through chaturanga or all the way to the belly. Inhale for cobra or up dog if you're ready. Exhale, up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll hold here in down dog about 5 full breaths. Always the option to hold in child's pose instead. Draw the inner elbows together. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Notice if you're holding tension in the neck. Let it go. Feel the heels energetically sink toward the mat. They don't have to touch. On your next inhale, bring the gaze between the thumbs. And at the bottom of the exhale, lift the belly up as you step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Coming back to chair. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Tailbone is tucked, chest is lifted. Take one more inhale. And exhale, stand up and release. Let that go. Come back to your breath. On your next inhale, sweep the arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to down dog this time. Meeting up in down dog, long spine. On your next inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. Hold in here, one-legged dog. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep lifting that right heel high as you press the floor away with the palms. One more deep inhale. And on the exhale, step all the way forward for low lunge. Lower the back knee. Toes can be tucked here. And on an inhale, rise. Arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, draw the inner thighs together as you lift up through the back. Make sure you can see your front big toe inside your knee. Anjalayasana, horse pose. Notice if tops of shoulders lifted up to the ears. Let them relax even as you reach through fingers. Take one more inhale here. And on the exhale, lower left palm to the mat, right hand to right thigh. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, reach the chest forward. On the exhale, twist up and open to the right for a spinal twist. Option to pop up on the back toes, back leg straight and strong. Wherever you're at, inhale the right arm up, draw that right hip in, stacking shoulders, Parivrtta Parsva Konasana, revolved side angle. With each exhale, let the hips sink toward the mat as you reach the top of the head forward. Take one more inhale, reach the fingers high. On the exhale, lower the right hand to frame the foot and step back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower through Chaturanga, all the way to the belly. Up dog or cobra, you choose. We'll meet back in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sinking up here in down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up and back, holding here. On the inhale, lift the heel a little higher. Notice if the belly collapsed, draw it in. One more inhale. And on the exhale, knee to nose, step between the hands, lower the back knee for low lunge. Inhale to rise, press through the inner arch of your front foot. Exhale, settling in. Notice if the lower back collapsed, lift up and out, drawing inner thighs together. Maybe gaze turns up slightly, palms come together. Anjalayasana, horse pose. Take one more inhale, reach the fingers high. And on the exhale, right palm to the mat, left hand to the left thigh. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. And on the exhale, twist up and open to the left. Option to pop up on the back toes if you did so on the first side. Wherever you're at, inhale the left arm high, stacking shoulders, Parivrtta Parsva Konasana. Maybe the gaze turns up toward the left thumb, if that feels okay on the neck. On the exhales, feeling the hips sink toward the mat. Make sure you're not holding the breath in the twist. Take a deep inhale, reach through left fingers. And on the exhale, lower left hand, step back to downward facing dog. We're all moving to child's pose. Option to find a flow first on your breath. If you're ready for child's pose, lower the knees to the wide edge of the mat, big toes touch, and sink the hips back. If you're moving through your flow, meeting us here in Balasana when you're ready. In child's pose, forearms can relax, or you can tense up on the fingertips, making this active. Whichever shape you're in, see if you can soften the facial features, tuning into that balance of sthira and sukham, effort and ease. Strong on the outside, soft on the inside. Take one more full breath cycle here. On your next inhale, press up onto the knees and make your way to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, gaze between the thumbs. And at the bottom of the exhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, release. Inhale, out and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift, engage the belly. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to down dog. On an inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, round the upper back. Inhale, extend right leg high. This time, exhale, stepping all the way through for high lunge. Back heel is lifted. On an inhale, rise. Arms alongside the ears. Striving to stack the back heel over the toes if that works for your body. Again here, make sure you can see the big toe inside your front knee. We're moving toward a twist. Take an inhale, reach the fingers high. On the exhale, twist to the right, keeping your torso upright. Reach your right arm back, left arm forward. Draw your hips in toward the midline. Keep your breath steady here. To explore Exalted Warrior, option to release the right arm down the back leg. Sweep the left arm up alongside the ear, drawing breath from fingers to hip. On your next inhale, shift the gaze forward, reach both arms high. And on the exhale, lower both palms inside the right foot for lizard lunge. You can always lower that back knee if this feels too intense. Wherever you're at, press through the palms, fingers spread wide. Keep pulling the chest forward, lengthening the back. Draw your right knee towards your right shoulder. Breathing here for a few deep breath cycles. If you have a deeper expression, feel free to lower to forearms. If you lowered, on an inhale, press back up to the palms. Walk your right hand outside the right foot and step back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, crunch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, look forward, step between the hands for high lunge. Back heel is lifted. Inhale to rise, Ashta Chandrasana. Tuck the tailbone underneath you as you draw the belly in, just like in Tadasana, mountain pose, long spine. Settling in here. We're moving toward a twist. Inhale, reach the fingers high. On the exhale, twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Notice if that left hip splayed out. Draw it in. Maybe gaze turns over the left thumb if that feels okay on the neck. Take one more full breath cycle in your twist. On your next inhale, reach the arms high, gaze forward. Exhale, plant the palms inside the left foot for lizard lunge. Draw the left knee toward the shoulder. Press the floor away as you pull the chest forward. Long line from back of the neck to back heel. Option to lower to the forearms. For most of us, one side will be tighter than the other, so only going so far that your left hip doesn't splay out and your breath stays smooth. If you lowered, on an inhale, press back up to the palms. Walk your left hand outside the left foot and step back to downward facing dog. Option for a flow here on your breath or holding here in child's pose, choosing what you need at this point in your practice. If you found a resting shape, we'll meet back in down dog when you're ready. On an inhale, bring the gaze between the thumbs. At the bottom of the exhale, lift the perineum, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, release the arms. Bring the hands to the hips. Take a big step back with one leg, coming to face the long edge of your mat. Turn your big toes slightly in. Press through the outer arches of the feet. Take an inhale, draw the shoulders down and back. And on your exhale, hinge forward. Lead with the heart. Eventually folding all the way. Hands can stay on hips, or hands can come to blocks or the mat. If you have the palms pressed firmly on blocks or mat, strive to bring the tops of fingers in line with the tops of toes, drawing the top of the head toward the mat. Bend the elbows, and then lift up through the hips, drawing the weight toward the balls of the feet. Prasarita Paratonasana A. We'll find a half lift. Inhale, long spine, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Bring the right palm right under the face on the edge of your mat. Left hand to left hip. Take an inhale, press the floor away, lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, twist up and open to the left. Notice if the hips shifted, draw the hips back to square. On an inhale, reach the left arm high. Breathing here. If the half arm bind is in your practice, you're welcome to sweep that arm behind the back, catching your inner right thigh. If the arm is lifted, keeping shoulders stacked. With each exhale, turning the gaze up a little more to the left. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, release. Replace right palm with the left palm, right hand to right hip. Take an inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, twist and open to the right. Roll that right shoulder back. And on an inhale, sweep right arm high, stacking shoulders. If you took that arm bind going there, notice if you're holding the breath as the twist deepens. In twists, our breath is a really great guide to how far to twist on a given day. Take one more deep inhale, reach the fingers high, and on the exhale, lower. Walk the hands forward, finding a really wide down dog. Press the palms into the floor. As you press the hips up and back, you should feel a lengthening through the armpits, sides of the body, the shoulders. Gently rock the neck left and right, letting the head hang heavy. And on an inhale, walk the hands back in. Pivot toward the top of your mat and step back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're making our way toward a seat. Option for one final Vinyasa flow if you like, flowing on the breath, making it smooth. If you're ready to come to a seat, simply roll forward, lower to the knees, and then swing the legs out to one side. If you're in your flow, taking your time, when you find your way back to down dog, meeting us in a seat on the mat. If you're using a blanket today, as you find your seat, slide the blanket right under the back of the sits bones, tilting the pelvis forward. If you don't have a blanket, you can take the hand, pull the flesh out from under the buttocks, find the flattest part to sit tall. We'll find a forward fold here. Draw the legs together, engage all the leg muscles, and then lift through the back as you pull the belly in. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, lead with the heart, and then let the hands clasp the legs, the ankles, or the big toes. We'll take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and on your exhale, fold. Paschimottanasana, intense west-facing pose. In yoga, our back body is the west, front body is the east, head is north, and feet are south. Let the elbows splay out to the sides of the legs as you keep drawing the top of the head toward the feet. See if you can relax between the eyebrows, soften the space between the teeth. And on your next inhale, reach the arms forward and sit all the way up. Exhale, release. Bend the right knee, plant the right foot inside or outside the left thigh, depending on your hip opening today. Drape your left arm around that right leg, hug it in. Bring the right fingers right behind the body, in the center of the body. Take a deep inhale, lift the spine up. Exhale, twist to the right. Notice if you're putting a lot of weight into that back hand, challenge yourself to lift from the spine and the abdominals. For a deeper twist, bend the left elbow, bring the elbow outside the right thigh, really compressing the inner organs. Feeling that gentle massage in the spleen and liver. Again here, make sure your breath doesn't stop as the twist begins to deepen. Marichyasana C, named after Indian sage Marichi. Take one more inhale in your expression. And on the exhale, release. Lift that right foot up and extend the right leg long. Shake out the legs, tap the thighs. We'll move right on to second side. On an inhale, bend the left knee, planting the left foot inside or outside the right thigh. Coming back to sit tall, wrap the right arm around the left leg, hug it in, left fingers behind the body. Take a deep inhale, lift the top of the head tall. And on the exhale, twist to the left, twisting from the base of the spine and letting head, neck, and shoulders follow. Move toward that deeper variation if you did on the first side, hooking the right elbow outside the left thigh. Keeping the right toes flexed will help to keep that straight leg engaged. Marichyasana C. Take one more deep inhale. And on the exhale, release. Lift up your left foot. Extend your left leg long. And then remove the blanket from underneath you if you have that. We'll take boat pose for a little core work. We'll move from boat all the way to the back. So if you're ready to head to the back, you're welcome to go there now. For boat pose, plant the feet together, inner edges of the feet touching. Draw the thighs together. Bring the hands behind the thighs to start. Take an inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. And on the exhale, shift the weight back, coming to rock toward the tailbone for Navasana. Option to lift the feet up, 90-degree angle, bringing your drishti, your gaze between the big toes. Maybe one arm or both arms extend alongside the body. For added intensity, you can straighten the legs, reach the arms straight up, noticing how that changes the abdominal engagement. We're making our way toward the back, moving through full boat. When you're ready, lowering halfway down, gaze at the feet, holding here for a few breaths if you like. When you've had enough or the breath stops moving, release all the way to the mat. When you find the full back, make contact on the mat. Draw the soles of the feet together, drawing the heels as close toward the perineum as you can. If you like to use blocks here, you're welcome to slide blocks underneath the outer edges of the thighs. Supta Baddha Konasana. Reclined bound angle. Tuck the shoulder blades a little further underneath you, and then bring both hands to the belly. We'll take 3 rounds of deep lion's breath here, cleansing out any lingering stale air, letting go of any chitta vritti, mind thoughts. We'll inhale through the nose, and on each exhale, stick out the tongue, loudly expelling all the air. Preparing to inhale here. Twice more like this. Once more on your breath. Good. Use the hands to lift the outer edges of the legs up, knees pointing toward the ceiling. Remove the blocks if you have those. On your next inhale, draw the knees into the chest. Begin to take intuitive movements, taking circles or rocking left and right. Keep the shoulders and head relaxed here. Stretching out the buttocks, stretching out the quads, and feeling some release through the hip creases. It's a good time to begin lengthening, softening the breath, adding a beat or two to your inhales and exhales, slowing down that inner metronome of your Ujjayi breath. The next time you come through center, take one more inhale, squeeze the legs in. And on the exhale, plant the feet hips distance apart and reach the arms wide into a T shape, palms down. We're moving toward our last spinal twist. On an inhale, lift the hips just enough that you can shift them slightly to the right. Feet stay where they are. On your next inhale, draw the knees in and lift them up and over to the left for a spinal twist. Option to shift your gaze over that right arm if that feels okay. Make sure your knees are at or above hip height here, removing any arch in the lower back so we can get the full effects of the twist. Soften or shut down the eyes and rest here. Jatara Parivartanasana, or Reclined Spinal Twist. If you're new to this shape and you're feeling discomfort between the knees, always the option to slide a block between the legs or underneath that bottom knee. Trying to find a way that you can let the legs relax. On your next inhale, draw the knees back in and then plant the feet hips distance apart. Take another inhale, lift the hips up just enough that you can shift them slightly to the left. Inhale, draw the knees in. Exhale, shift them up and over to the right for a spinal twist. Turn the gaze over the left hand if that feels okay. And then shut down or soften the eyes here. Continuing to lengthen, soften the breath. Now using our Ujjayi breath to cool down the body after our effort. Jatara Parivartanasana. On your next inhale, draw the knees back in, gaze turns up. And on the exhale, release. Bring the arms back alongside the body. We're moving toward our final resting shape. Over the next 5 or so rounds of breath, taking any other movement or shape that you'd like. And then making your way to lying flat on the back. No rush or urgency here. Along your way to the back, taking time to find any props or additional clothing you'd like to create your most relaxing shape for Shavasana. If the lower back is feeling sore or tense, it can be really nice to roll a blanket up under the knees in Shavasana and let the legs release. Or for a little extra grounding, you can place the blanket or a thick sweater on top of the hips. When you find your way all the way on the back, extend the legs long, let the feet splay out as they do. Let the arms relax alongside the body as you tuck the shoulder blades a little further underneath you. And then tuck the chin just enough that the back of the neck grows long. Shut down the eyes if they're not already. Notice any lingering chitta vritti, mind thoughts. See if you can set those aside with a gentle exhale. At the bottom of your next exhale, let your Ujjayi breath go. Keep the breath moving in and out through the nose, but feel the abdominals soften. Let go of any focus on postures and breath control, knowing you've already put in the effort to your practice today. All that's left is simply to create a resting shape to support the integration of your practice, mind, body, and energetic body. Feel the eyes sink into the sockets. Feel the cheekbones, the mouth, the jaw relax and soften. Release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Let go of any last muscle holds in the face. Moving down to the neck. Feel the collarbones droop to left and right. Soften the throat, the chest, the shoulders. Letting the floor beneath you support your weight. Moving down, relaxing the rib cage, the belly button, the belly. Feel the backs of the hips begin to sink and relax. Let go of any lingering holds in the pelvic floor, the perineum. Relaxing through elbows and knees, wrists and ankles. And finally, scrunching up all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. And then let the extremities relax and release. Set aside connection to physical sensations in the space around you. And tune down my voice, my cues, as you come to rest easy here in Shavasana, corpse pose. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Punaktu Saha Viryam Karavar Vahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Vidvishavahai. Aum Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Use your next inhale to reconnect to the body through your breath. Once more, feeling the belly rise and fall as you draw breath into the lungs and push it back out. Wiggling fingers and toes, rolling the neck back and forth. Taking your time, no rush or urgency. When you're ready for movement, reach the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, and press the palms away, finding a full body stretch. Eventually, drawing the knees, find the fetal position on the right side body. Allow yourself a few deep cleansing breath cycles here. Enjoying, tuning in, noticing any new sensations, effects, benefits of your practice. Remember, you can take those with you when you leave your mats. But asana, yoga postures, is simply practice and preparation for the rest of our hours and days. When you're ready, press your way up to a comfortable seat on the mat. We'll meet here together as we began our practice. Sitting tall, shoulders over hips. Strong on the outside, soft on the inside. With an inhale, palms to heart center, Anjali Mudra. The light within me honors and respects the light within you. Thank you. Mil gracias. Thank you so much for joining in this practice of spinal twists. If you have the capacity to donate, you can donate via PayPal and Venmo at FreelancerPhD. But please feel welcome to tune back in regardless of donations. Thank you.